The context was the second Intifada. So it was really a historical triggering moment for many of us to accept the invitation that came through friends to meet secretly and illegally with Israeli that just left the army right now, like recently. So the intention was, honesty, is to change them. That was the truth as a strategy of that we would use. That was the intention. And no one of us imagined that this dream will come true later on to create a joint Israeli-Palestinian non-violence movement.
I think I had fear. Fear is the first thing that comes to my mind. I was afraid because it will be the first time that I'm going to the occupied territories without a weapon, without a gun. So that intuitively was a threat to me. But I think it's important to understand that it was the middle of the second Intifada and hopelessness was all over. So I had the sense of hope, doing something that will break and change the status quo.
My personal experience, my personal story as ex-prisoner, I've seen people changing. And the change is not really exceptional for certain visionary people. It's a common behavior that we human could change. I believe in that. Really opening the heart to what we call the other and imagining ourselves in their feet, it really brings us to a place where we could understand. We don't have to agree.
When we founded Combatants for Peace, we thought to start with our personal stories, with our testimonies, with our experience in violence, and to share it as an action of taking responsibility of what we have done in the past. But along the way, we realized that we are actually make our way by walking. On one hand, we are continuously doing this dialogue, reconciliation, and rehumanization process. And on the other hand, we are on the ground resisting the occupation and the apartheid, doing a lot of non-violent activities. What we've found along the way is that these are not parallel lanes or paths. These are intertwined journeys. They are completing each other.
As we say, one leg in reality and one leg in this vision dream. And that's what all Combatants for Peace about, in my eyes.
When the movement started, like in 2006, it was by ex-combats, Palestinians and Israelis who spent time in jail or who were part of the Israeli army. But today the movement is more inclusive. It's open to everyone. Members don't need to be ex-combats to become members. It's open for women, for different youth also. So it's more inclusive, and it's also changed the way that we work, because it's more inclusive and we all support the same cause. We're all co-resisting together to end occupation and bring justice and equality to this region.
aside what we're doing in the field, on the ground, it's very important also to deliver our message to the young generation, walking with them and expose them for a different narrative, what they know.
מאבן קלע, מסכין, מציפורניים, שמרי נפשך מן השורף, מן החותך, מן הסמוך כמו עפר, כמו שמיים, מן הדומם, מן המחכה והמושך,
Every time we have an activity or like an event, this is always the light that we can continue because we feel that we are making a change on the ground. We can make a difference, and that's why we keep going. That's what motivates us. Just seeing the two sides coming together and fighting for the ending of the occupation for both sides, so that both people can live in a future that is has freedom for both.
Peace and justice in this region will happen one day, like it must happen. I think it will require maybe a lot of effort and maybe a lot of challenge on the way. But there is not really other way, like for the long terms.
הנה הרוח יד שולחת ובלי רחש, פתאום חלון לאט נפתח בחשיכה. אמרי מדוע את צוחקת